Tamang Inggit. Is there such a thing? Pag-usapan natin yan in this new Trying Hard podcast episode. All right, welcome to a new episode of the Trying Hard with Lyqa podcast. Before we start, let me just say thank you sa inyong lahat who listen to the podcast, who recommend certain episodes to your friends or family members. Thank you so much kasi I think um, pwede naman natin i-celebrate yon na we reached a milestone together this week. First time natin na lumagpas sa top 10 ng podcasts sa Spotify here in the Philippines. And I think itong time na nirecord ko to, nasa top 7 yata tayo. So maraming salamat sa inyong lahat. This has never happened before. So sa lahat ng mga bago sa ating community, welcome. This is where we talk about some difficult things kasama na ang pag-uusapan natin ngayon, which is tamang inggit. Meron ba talagang ganon? Now, as a bit of a background, this was something that I talked about years ago. No? Meron akong series sa Sunday motivation videos ko sa YouTube called Good Bad Things and Bad Good Things. And actually, I'm thinking of making a book about that, pero maybe in the future. Wala akong time magsulat ngayon. But one of the things I talked about was inggit or envy. And I feel like magandang i-revisit ito ngayon kasi may change na rin naman or may dagdag na dun sa perspective ko about this. And recently, I watched an interview where someone also mentioned itong term na tamang inggit. So sabi ko, okay, mukhang mainit na topic to ngayon. Kasi there are multiple schools of thought when it comes to envy. May mga people who say it's a hard no pagdating sa inggit. It's ultimately and wholeheartedly, absolutely a bad thing. But sa akin, again, kaya nga nasa series siya ng good bad things, meron akong gustong i-establish a distinction between inggit na masama and inggit na okay lang. Or even that inggit, the kind of inggit that could produce good things. Now, ano ba yung malaking pagkakaiba niyan? Let's start off with this. And kailangan natin ito i-emphasize. Ang inggit ay nagiging mali if you want what someone else has. Ulitin ko yan ha. Mali ang inggit if you want or you're wanting something that someone else already has. Yung meron na ang iba. Yung pagmamay-ari ng iba. And I remember distinctly, no, kasi nasa nasa Ten Commandments naman, di ba? The word used when I was younger, of course, kasi we used to use the King James Version when I was in grade school, was covet. No? So do not covet your neighbor's wife, do not covet your neighbor's property, basically. And yung word na covet, to me, although ang dictionary na definition niya is just desire or wanting nga, di ba? Yung kagustuhan mo magkaroon. Yung anchor sa akin ng maling inggit ay nandun sa next part, which is do not covet your neighbor's wife. Ibig sabihin, hindi masama na gustuhin na magkaroon ka ng wife, magkaroon ka ng husband, hindi masamang gustuhin na magkaroon ka ng property. Pero kung pagmamay-ari na yan ng iba, kung sa neighbor mo na yan at kino-covet mo pa rin or dinidesire mo pa rin, ginugusto mo pa rin, ine-envy mo pa rin, that becomes wrong. Kasi may iba nang may-ari dyan. Okay? So, yun yung sa akin definition ng maling inggit. Na ano ba yung tamang inggit? It's wanting something like what someone else has. Ulitin ko yan ha. It's wanting something like what someone else has. So it's not what they have, hindi yung meron na sila or yung pagmamay-ari ng iba. Ang gusto mo medyo may pagkakahawig lang or sana katulad nun or similar dun sa meron na yung iba. So this way, wala kang kinukuhanan, wala kang ninanakawan, wala kang nilalamangan. You just want something new na merong pagkakahawig o similarity dun sa pagmamay-ari ng iba. And yun ang difference between covetousness, yung maling inggit, and drawing inspiration. Kasi kung naiinggit ka, not because you want exactly what they have right now at kukunin mo yun sa kanila at paiiyakin mo sila at nanakawan mo sila, pero gusto mo ng something similar, gusto mo magkaroon din ng ganon in your own way, then it's okay. It becomes just inspiration. Okay? So, mayroong three things tayong pag-uusapan about tamang inggit here. And the first thing is that, yung definition niya, that tamang inggit is wanting something like what someone else has. Not exactly what someone else has right now, but something like that. And when I encounter people, writing comments like sana all o kaya ako rin, iba-iba yung feelings ko rin eh pag ako yung nasasabihan ng gano'n. Now recently in my TikTok video sa aking personal account sa Lyqa Maravilla, I've been unboxing toys, collectibles, some of the things that I have na a lot of them sa totoo lang ang tagal na nandito pero hindi ko pa siya nabubuksan. And ang worry ko when I started unboxing some of my things or showing some of the things that I have to my viewers is baka ma-tempt ko sila or ma-discourage ko sila or baka mainggit sila sa akin. Ayoko nun. Kaya nag-hesitate ako lagi na parang ayoko ipakita kung ano yung meron ako. Pero what I realized over time, posting all of these unboxing videos na I guess some of you enjoy kasi nakikita ko naman sa responses ninyo. May iba-iba talagang klase ng tao. There are people who would say na sana ako rin one day. May mga people who would say akin na lang yan. And that really shows yung pagkakaiba nitong dalawang klaseng inggit na ito. So again, the first thing we need to talk about when it comes to tamang inggit is that it's wanting something like what someone else has, not wanting exactly what they have, not trying to take it from them. Okay? Now, we have a second thing about inggit. And pag-uusapan natin yan. But before we do that, let's just take a quick little break.
I haven't been posting a lot of videos lately and here's why. This is the official planner para sa mga tryhards. I created this planner with one goal, which is to make a planner that's good enough for you to destroy. Ano ibig sabihin ko dyan? Alam ko yung feeling na bagong-bago yung planner mo, mabango pa, at dahil ang ganda-ganda niya, parang ayaw mong sulatan. Kaya I wanted something na pagkahawak ninyo, gustong-gusto nyo ng simulan na sulatan kahit pangit ang handwriting mo o wala kang maisulat. This planner is undated, parang ikaw. Which means you can start using it or stop using it whenever. Hanggat may space pa siya. This planner may also be the best worst looking planner you'll ever get. Anong ibig sabihin ko dyan? This planner comes with its own ink stains, coffee stains, doodles, at kung ano-ano pa para hindi ka ma-threaten. Kasi nga, di ba, mabuti nang magulo yung planner pero maayos yung buhay kesa maayos yung planner pero magulo yung buhay. Now, paano naman yung mga walang plano? Pwede rin to sa'yo. It includes its own set of activities para matulungan ka to find kahit one goal lang for this next year. So that's it. This is the I don't just try, I try hard planner for tryhards like me. And whether you're using this planner, another type of planner, old pages from old notebooks, or printouts like I did before, what matters most is not the planner itself, but how you use it. Use it well.
Get yours today by messaging the Lyqa Maravilla Facebook page.
All right, welcome back to our podcast. And yung break natin kanina, I think I was talking about my planner. So yes, we have a planner. If you're interested to get yours, again, to get something like what someone else has, not exactly what they already have, go ahead and reach out to me sa ating Facebook page and my team will be in touch with you. So yung planner na yun, undated naman siya. Pwede niyong gamitin anytime. So you can start using it as soon as you get it. Or if you want, you can save it until for January next year. Or pang regalo sa iba. Okay? Anyway, let's jump right into this. Again, pag-usapan natin yung first point about tamang inggit. Second point na tayo agad-agad. I think tamang inggit doesn't end at wanting something like what someone else has. Hindi siya doon natatapos. The second phase ng tamang inggit, and maraming maling inggit kasi hindi na umuusad dito sa second phase na ito. Nagiging mali ang inggit kapag ayaw mong gawin itong next step na ito. The next step is wanting to do what it takes to get yours or to have it. You have to not just want something like what someone else has. You need to want to do what it takes for you to get something like what someone else has. I get a lot of questions about anong paano ba ako magiging katulad mo kaya how to be you po, no? Which we already discussed in an earlier episode. If you want to talk about that, na-post ko na yan before. Or people who saying na sana meron din akong 1 million subscribers or 2 million subscribers, whatever that may be. But it's not usual. And it's sad na rare ito. It's quite rare for someone to write a comment saying, ano po yung ginagawa ninyo to get to that point? Ano po yung mga steps that you took to get to that point in life? And nagbo-boil down talaga siya to people sana asking the right question. And every time someone asks me something similar, kahit sa DMs ko, I'm more inclined, lalo na kung may time ako, to respond kahit voice message kasi kung wala akong oras mag-type. To respond and just encourage them and tell them some of the things that go on behind the scenes na hindi nakikita ng mga tao. Kasi I have such a huge respect for people who don't just want the end product, but they want to know more about the process. Kasi gusto nila to do the exact same thing. So it's not just, gusto ko rin magkaroon ng ganito, gusto ko rin magkaroon ng kotse, gusto ko magkaroon ng ganyang laruan, gusto ko magkaroon ng ganyang relo. But pinagtatanong sila parang from where you were before hanggang ngayon, ano yung mga ginawa mo? Kasi gusto kong gayahin yung ginagawa mo para magkaroon din ako niyan someday. And I think that's the kind of tamang inggit na mapag-uusapan natin. Hindi siya natatapos sa gusto mo lang yung meron ng iba, or gusto mo yung something like what someone else has, or gusto mo yung something similar, gusto mo rin ng ganong klaseng relo, gusto mo rin ng ganong klaseng kotse. It's you being willing to learn and actually do something para makarating ka dun sa point na yun. So again, tamang inggit is wanting to do what it takes to have something like what someone else has. Now, we have a third na thing na kailangan pag-usapan. This third one, I don't think napag-usapan at all dun sa video. Yung second one, hindi rin yata. Pero ito kailangan ko itong i-emphasize kasi one of the recurring themes itong past week na ito, sa internets or sa interwebs, is this idea that a lot of people who have made it, sabihin na natin, yung mga nakaangat-angat na sa buhay, nakaalwan na sila, there's this tendency to look down on people na wala pa sa estado nila and tell them na, sipag lang yan diskarte lang yan. Gawan mo ng paraan yung sarili mo. And I get that, no? Kahit ako naman, di ba, sabi ko nga sa inyo, mas inclined ako to respond better when people ask me what it took for me to get to this point. Pero may certain line tayong kailangan i-draw which is this, no? Hindi tayo necessarily better people for having achieved something that other people haven't. Minsan talaga, ano lang siya blessing siya talaga opportunities talaga siya na nagbigay sa'yo, privilege talaga na binigay sa'yo. So when you have this one thing that you wanted for so long, that you worked really hard for, it's not wrong to want someone else to have something like this too. So sa akin, the third phase ng tamang inggit is once you have whatever it is na gusto mo, it's wanting someone else to have what you have now. I was telling Zandy about this then the other day. No? So by the way, if you enjoyed yung ating past episode, let me know. I think we'll do more of that, yung mga papayo episodes in the future. But I was telling her that sometimes my tendency for self-made people or for people who found success, na nanggaling sila sa wala din. Kumbaga, di naman kami walang-wala, pero kaya ako, di naman kami maalwan sa buhay, di ba? Talagang lower middle class at most kami. Or at least middle class. And then for me to get to this point na I'm independent, I have my own business, etc. May tendency people who go through the something like this, no, this journey na parang sabihin na natin nakaluwag-luwag ka na, to say na this is because of me. This is because I worked hard. I deserve ko to kasi pinagtrabahuhan ko to. So yung mga tao na wala nito, hindi kasi sila nagtatrabaho kaya hindi sila nakarating sa estado na to. Pero sa akin, medyo kailangan natin maging realistic din about that You have to understand that it's harder for some people. Sa akin, for example, I got to this point, sabihin na natin, partly because I worked hard, because dumiskarte ako, because hindi ako natatakot na luma yung gamit ko or hindi branded yung mga damit ko when I was starting out. Like all of these, sabihin na natin good choices that I made. Totoo yun. May merit doon. Pero I also have to acknowledge na hindi naman ako nagsimula sa zero. Kasi may bahay yung magulang ko. Diba? pinaaral naman nila ako. Hindi ko naman pinoblema ang tuition ko kahit kailan. Anything na I worked for myself, ginawa ko yon hindi dahil hiningi rin ng magulang ko na sinabi nila sa akin, oh, pag bibili ka ng cellphone, ikaw bumili. Wala naman sila sinabing ganun. Actually, I think my mom, dahil very generous siya, hindi lang sa akin, pero sa ibang mga tao, ang dami niyang pina-cellphone, ang dami niyang skinolar na ibang tao. Kung hiningi ko siguro sa kanya, ibibigay niya naman eh. Pero by principle ko siyang hindi hiningi sa kanya. In short, meron akong choice, meron akong privilege. So I have to acknowledge that. So that when I have something that I wanted, similar sa meron din ng iba, something I worked hard for kasi ginaya ko yung hard work nila, ginaya ko yung sabihin natin track plan nila. Pag meron na siya nasa akin na siya, pag hawak ko na siya, tamang inggit dictates that I want someone else to have something like this. Maybe not exactly what I have, no? Hindi ko naman iaabot, no? Kasi hindi rin tama yon, pangungonsinti na yon, di ba? Yung ibigay na lang basta-basta sa iba na hindi nila in-earn. Kasi sa akin, mayroon namang merit talaga, marami akong natutuhan dahil hindi inabot sa akin ng mga certain privileges in life or yung mga conveniences sa buhay. Hindi ko naman ipapamigay yung meron ako exactly. Kasi para hindi na sila mahirapan and all. Pero, we have to be careful sa way that we encourage other people. The way that we talk to them. The way that we define yung success na nakuha natin, sabihin na natin. And we really have to want other people to have something similar. Nakakalungkot eh. Pero recurring theme yun, no? I think lahat naman tayo makaka-relate. Kung meron kayong, and again, hindi lang to personal experience, hindi naman not naming names or anything like that, no? Pero kahit naman sa kultura na lang, sa pelikula, or kahit sa malls, minsan makikita mo eh. Alam mo yung mga, may isang miyembro ng pamilya who made it, siguro nakapag-abroad, yumaman, bumalik, tas yung ibang-iba na yung dating nila. Yung parang, kasi hindi ka nagtrabaho na maigi, yan tuloy yung nangyari sa buhay mo. Ganun yung narrative nila. Ayaw natin yun eh. Hindi tama to lord that over other people. So how can we be more encouraging for them to find their own measure ng success at habulin nila yun nang hindi mo pinamumuka sa ibang tao yung ginawa mo to get yours. Yan, medyo kailangan natin ng konting pag-iingat sa bagay na yun. Okay, so I guess that's that. Again, tamang inggit, i-rundown natin. Tamang inggit for me, it's number 1, wanting something like what someone else has, not what they have, as in hindi mo kukunin yung meron sila. Number 2, it's wanting to do what it takes to get that. Diba? Kung yan ay therapy, kung yan ay long, hard work, kung yan ay patience, persistence, perseverance, all of those things, go ahead and do that. And number 3, it's wanting someone else to have something like what you have right now. Like, kakambal ng inggit ang damot, ang karamutan. And what I find in life is people who are inggitera, sila rin usually yung madamot. And yung mga madadamot, sila rin usually yung inggitera or inggitero. The more we give, not just of things but of ourselves, the more open we are with sharing what we know, the happier we would be. And the easier it'll be for us to get more opportunities, to open other doors, versus yung lagi kang nakasara. Yun. So, I'm hoping may napulot kayo sa conversation na ito. I know it's not an easy conversation to have. If you have your own thoughts, again, share it with us. We have the Trying Hard podcast community on Facebook. Don't forget to follow this podcast if you haven't yet. We have more conversations na darating. And again, thank you for sending in all of your papayo, yung mga kwento ninyo through my social media accounts or through our link that we posted last time. And I guess dahil we're nearing then the 3rd year anniversary of the Trying Hard podcast, we have more surprises in store for you. So watch out for those. But for now, as we always say sa podcast nito, dream big, work hard, start now. And don't let people calling you a try hard keep you from trying.